Hydro matter. Alex has been piano as well. It's really relaxing. How's Runko Pink be? Oh. By default, assuming... Why has been there so many I'm having a stroke? Wow. Give me a second. What I was going to say is, why has there been so many scams in my Discord server? Who is doing all the scamming? We're going to start this live stream with something that I will regret later, because I always tend to regret it, which is a question, a poll. There we go. Because we're going to be doing science today. Yes, we're going to practice science. Now we're going to practice science. The only question is, what kind of science? What shall we do? What is the idea for today? And there are 3 options as far as I'm aware, which is these are our 3 options for what to do today. And I'm just going to keep this poll going throughout the stream. I really wish there was a way to change the poll so that like the options are switchable, so that people can change their options. Because that makes sense so far. And in the meantime, I'm going to fix myself up a drink. Or actually, I can make myself coffee. Oh, yeah, let's wait with the drink until physics is what's built. Because if it's not physics, then I might as well just make coffee. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I even bought sugar today, so I don't have to drink this sewage with no taste. I can drink it with actual flavor. Can you believe it? Oh, what a wonderful time we live in. Now, and I did also buy my Niru, but I can also, I suppose, make the coffee with the camera. I forgot I have a proper setup for it. But no, because then everyone will backseat me. Flavor Folly. Yes, it's a Jimmy Page reference. I have been listening to a fair bit of Flavor Folly. I like how almost all of their songs begin with like a quick breakcore, which is a little bit of breakcore, no matter what the song is. Witcher Vanity spoken for Raw Dog. Doesn't matter. We need to start with the... I like it because you can recognize which song you're listening to. It's fun. Maybe I should put up something more interesting to look at than the slice of pie thing. Hold on. Do I have anything more interesting? We could be watching the Michigan Court of Claims. That's an idea. We can be watching my favorite streamer. There we go. We can be watching my favorite streamer. I'm not subscribed to them on this channel. I'm only subscribed to them on the main channel. Hi, the Quasar. How you doing? Oh yeah. All right. It's honestly, the plot on this season of the Michigan Court of Claims is riveting. Truly. Quite something. I couldn't help but notice that programming is winning. Have you all not learned the mistakes of the past? And I'm fine with it. Stuff that needs to be done on the website. Not particularly difficult things, but still things. Alright. Truly riveting stuff, isn't it? How is everyone doing, by the way? Katsi, Quasar, how are you guys going? Get ready for the test. I hope you are. I've gotten some serious money on the line that you're gonna pass. You definitely will disappoint. Hi, how you doing?
Well,
How you doing? How's your day going?
what are you doing?
Coffee.
The background. Oh,
There's boiling water, yeah. I know
okay.
the kettle is loud, but there's unfortunately not
Too loud.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's no going about that.
Mm.
I can drink it today because it's weekend, and so I don't have anything to do. Not anything time constrained, that is.
I fucking wish.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you have the situation reversed, so you know.
Mm.
How are you ready for the test?
I had a mini situation for you
Situation?
before I go to sleep.
What's the situation for me?
So fuck, how do I say it? My dad is engaged in some peculiar activities beyond my comprehension today.
What does that mean? This is a live stream.
Yeah, I know. No, don't worry. So he decided to get some old VHS tapes and digitalize them.
That's such a that's such a dad on a Friday activity.
Yeah, and bro, you're not gonna fucking believe what the fuck was on the VHS tapes.
I can have some guesses considering your tone of voice.
Yeah, have guesses.
I'd rather hear you say it, to be honest.
You wanna hear me say it?
I'd rather than say it myself, yeah.
Okay, it was a fucking Pokemon anime. Not only it was Pokemon anime, it was a fucking German dub of said Pokemon anime.
Why German? What?
I have truly no fucking idea.
Where did those tapes come from?
I was equally fucking surprised when I saw him fucking play fucking Pokemon in fucking German on his PC. I was like, what on earth?
Where did the tapes come from? Why? I am at most confused.
Apparently some of his friend wanted him to fucking digitize them for whatever fucking reason.
German Pokemon, very.
It was quite a fucking cursed.
Absolutely brilliant.
And you will be proud.
But actually,
that reminds you of something. Of course it does.
Hi, Drali. Hi.
Hi.
Maybe that reminds you of something.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's your comment about Flavor Folly. I'm gonna play some Jimmy Page.
Okay.
Is it, by the way, fine to say Jimmy Page? Because I've seen it like in their community that they say Jimmy Page, but at the same time, I don't know if they like it. If Jamie actually likes it when people refer to them as Jimmy.
I think it's okay.
I don't. I honestly don't. I probably should stop doing that. I probably should say Jamie. Hi there, Ali. How you doing?
Good joke.
I hope it's not bloody freezing out there again. You know what's mental to me?
Mm-hmm.
Since as I was coming back from Germany, it was a bit that when we were in Germany, we thought it was really cold because it was like -8 degrees Celsius, and and then I just come back to Poland, it's like -17. That's not
Really?
that's not over an exaggeration. That's just what it is. What surprised me is that Ali actually had a colder morning than me, which is it's impressive considering that I live in a just frozen hellhole. That's what the locals call it. And
Yeah,
our
that's what
mayor.
Polish people call it.
Yeah, that's what our mayor calls it. I think his name was like Lucifer Morning or something. I don't remember. It's been steady 1 degree Fahrenheit, -17.
Was it
-17 is what's been holding at here where I live, and that's cold. I've been driving today with a car, and I think it's hilarious because it's you know, it's famously terrible to drive around with frozen roads, but like driving is one thing. I can't even fucking walk. There is solid 5 centimeters of ice, not snow, ice. Just everywhere. It genuinely, walking is so awful. Because also my shoes are, well, they're really bad because, you know, money. So they're really bad and I've had them for however many years. I have a single pair. I don't have winter like shoes or autumn shoes or like spring shoes. No, I have two
That's a
pairs of
mistake.
shoes. I have Oxfords for when I wanna be fancy, and I have just some cheap sports thing, you know, like cheap sports shoes that I've had for a really long time.
You need to buy some fire high to keep you warm.
Too expensive. Too expensive.
Yeah.
Did you fully get your license? No, I didn't. Oxford's shoes are hot as fuck. I agree. I honestly, if I had money, I would wear them all the time. And for those who do not know, Oxfords. For those who are not pretentious, allow me to, because I very much am, which is why I refer to them as Oxfords. But this is what they are, and if I could, I would wear Oxfords absolutely everywhere. It is brilliant. The only problem is panties from lazy will just fell out wearing those shoes. Hey, same here. What can I say? Can't fault you. Oh my goodness, I promised Bav a while back ago. So PG Mana, yeah, obviously we're referring to a drying rack, obviously, right? That's what I was imagining. I was imagining like putting up clothes on the drying rack and then being distracted. That's what I thought. Anyway, right. Oh yeah, I promised Bav. Hi there, Kevin, by the way. I promised Bav that I would rewatch Stranger Things a while back ago, and so I am doing that slowly. I'm on season 4. And I've gotta say, my man Steve, my poor man Steve, it's bothering me. That man is just perfect in every way. It's like a perfect character, and he keeps getting consistently just beaten by life for it. It's bothering me. I should not be bothered this much by a series, but I am.
We need to watch some stuff together.
Slowly, I'm on season 4. Yeah, I've started watching it, what, 2 weeks ago? 3? I don't remember exactly. Hold on, how many videos ago did I start watching it? I opened my main page. I open I opened my main page, and the first video I have is the Michigan Conclaves. They have 719 views. Jeez.
You open your Jamie page.
I opened my Jamie page. Yes, the poll is definitely rigged. I mean, yeah, maybe, but I really wish they would just. I really wish they would just allow me to do polls on YouTube where people can just change what they pick. Because I don't have to restart. Well, I definitely started watching it before the Fancy the Router video. So around 2 weeks ago. No, actually maybe a bit less than 2 weeks ago. I don't know, something like that. You wanted research? Well, listen, democracy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm certain. By the way, fun fact, Caper. I've discovered a vulnerability on their website. I discovered it. It's not major. It's nothing major. I discovered it like 3 days ago. I just haven't felt like fixing it because someone would have to be pretty well familiar with how the website works. Also, I'm not 100% certain. Well, I'm not. I'm like 78% certain it is a vulnerability, but it could also be because I have admin. It's nothing major, so I didn't care, but yeah. I'm gonna fix it eventually. It's not high on my priority list because someone would have to really be into the website to notice it. Right, harmonic oscillator, the HO.
The HO?
Yeah, HO, HO, harmonic oscillator.
Yeah.
That's what it's referred to most of the time.
What's the E stand for?
There is no E. It's just a HO. Do tell, I'm curious. Now I gotta go. I mean, if you want me to tell you, I can. It's, hold on, because I obviously can't fucking say it publicly.
Yeah, what is the vulnerability? You should tell me. Quick, read his lips.
Hold on, let me provide a link as well. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Fun fact, there is a vulnerability and it's just there. It's been there for however many weeks. I honestly...
Your website is so vulnerable.
So damn funny. I know, right? But yeah, the oscillator, that is true. That is true, the oscillator, because I have made a video on the bloody topic, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me another sip of coffee. The filter into my thing. Why is everything a hole? Yeah, it's my
I mean,
the main video I was working on was quantum mechanics, so this was only my side hoe. But yeah.
when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
I think Sun Tzu said that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. In the art of woke.
Yes, in the art of woke. Okay, there we go. Now, let's not be dumb and let's be smart. Those two usually go together pretty well. And by that I mean...
You're not book smart, you're money smart.
I don't know what that meme was about, by the way. I've seen it so many times, I still don't understand it. All I remember is that remix to Machine Love. That's all I remember.
No. That's PPPP. No, not fuck. No, yes, PPPP.
Alright, there we go. Now right here we want the links to all of the videos for the sake of convenience and ease of usage. and all the other stuff that is important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play myself some Jamie.
You've already played yourself.
I'm a team of one, and you're still outnumbered. It looks like I've been playing chess, while you've been playing chess like an idiot. I should probably explain for everyone who doesn't know. There is this meme. I've honestly met it through animatics, but Katsi has reminded me of it recently, which I don't know how to explain it. I will not like. Should I don't know if I should play it. It feels. That's mother. I love this meme so much because it's such me core. All right, there we go.
Well, it's all of you attached to my fingers. Well, I hope all this blood on my hands doesn't stain the cookie jars I've got my fingers in.
Sigh, a king like me must play a game with only pawns.
What messes with my mind as well is this guy. This guy messes with my head because he not only he's like Uncanny Valley Milo from Mini Minutemen.
Yeah, he's so
He almost looks like him. He so almost looks like him. Not quite, almost, but he sounds exactly like him. Like the voice is identical and the looks are so close. It's messing with my head. I genuinely, when I first saw it, I thought it was Milo. And like people commenting on it, there we go, yeah, is that Milo Rossi from Mini Minutemen? I don't understand. It is confusing, but yeah. It looks like you've been playing chess. No wait, shit. But I love this still. Puppets, all of you attached to my fingers.
wonderful one.
It is funny. Alright. Well, no matter.
All matter.
I was ready before you even said it. Okay. I need all of them videos. Oh wait, they're strings, so they should be different there. There we are. Anyway, everyone, how are your days going? Jeez, I'm in a good mood today, aren't I? Must be really distracted from the crushing loneliness that is my existence.
Well, I have a crush on you, so it works out.
What now? There we go. Like this. Hey.
I'm just so crunk today. What the hell?
Hey, I wouldn't blame you. I mean, hey, I am perfect in every way, shape, or form, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Who wouldn't? One fixed push. All right. Cheers, Caper. Thanks for that. Let me get pulling. I'm gonna get. I have a question. Can I? Because I mean, yeah. Oh, bag is purely visual. Okay, never mind. So as I mentioned, I wasn't quite certain. To be fair, I was wrong because I thought that there wasn't a bag, but that's simply because I was an admin and I could just change it to other people. But yeah. I am full of energy and feel extroverted, but I'm stuck at work. Well, I'll hopefully keep you up then. I genuinely think, and I mean it, I genuinely think, Ali, that you need a dose of Emmy in your life. Because this is something I feel very comfortable saying publicly because I mean, we all know Emmy. Emmy is the most positive person I have ever met. And that's not
Yeah.
even person. Like, that's the most positive being. I'm including dogs in this scenario. I don't think I've ever even seen a dog that's quite as positive as Emmy. And have
That's a
you
quote.
seen those? That genuinely,
Yeah.
I'm enchanting with them, and that's good. I would say. I genuinely think, yeah, you need a dose of Emmy in your life. Bye, Cape, and bye. Have a good one. Thank you for the fix.
Do you have any prescription?
Yes, you. Exactly. I need some Emmy roll.
She is a treat.
My goodness, I'm feeling good. I'm not even. That's not even the coffee talking through me because I haven't. I've been sipping on it, so that's just me feeling good today. That's a good sign.
Okay.
I really need that positivity balance of my golf hat. I do have to say, you and Emmy. If only. Well, no, what I was about to say actually, that was a bit of a stretch. But you and Emmy are very much like black cat golden retriever kind of interaction. Which is one of my favorite kinds of interactions in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love me a good golden retriever and black cat.
I mean, it's like if man and woman had a child.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, that is certainly a description. Would you mind if I quote you on that actually?
Sure.
Okay, out of context it could be weird, but I'll leave it.
It's okay.
What large Red Bull mocktail and 2 Adderall, and I'm living to the fullest. You know what? I mean, I don't enjoy particularly the chemical cocktails because they worry me. I go off Queen. I'm not gonna judge. I'm drinking coffee right now. Anytime I sit with a card, I approve. Exactly. My goodness, this community is just top 10 people. Everyone here is top 10 people.
Bottom 10 people.
I mean, hey, there is quite a there is quite a demand for the good girl role on Discord.
People have been asking me for it.
That's the only way to obtain it. I'm not going to give it. The only people I'm going to give the good girl role to is for people who just ask me for it. That's all you need to do. Oh, by the way, I think Olo is still banned from the server. I only now
Right.
remembered. Well, I mean, not banned, they just can't speak.
They got banned. They cursed.
Yeah, well, they got quarantined. Where
Oh.
they just can't see anything. The reason why is because someone basically like didn't adhere by the rules. So I just remind them of the rules, and they were really nice about it. They were like polite, like, "Oh, sorry, my mistake," and they, fix up the behavior. And Olo just replied to that with "good boy," and I didn't like that. I didn't like that because I don't like the principle that just because someone follows up the rules, they should be patronized. So I kind of temporarily gave Olo the quarantine role, and I don't know, maybe by the year 2028 I'll remember to remove it. We'll see. Can I have a bad bitch role in the server? I can rename the exclusively Ali role to a bad bitch role if you want.
Probably. What the fuck is yelling channel?
It's for like spamming things. So for example, Wordle and such.
Oh, so it's basic.
Yeah, kind of. It's like the dark side of basic. Hold on. Oh no, I can't do that because I have streamer mode enabled. Give me a second. There we go. Yep. It's so far, it's because for now it's named the nice color drunk. Okay, this server settings role. It is the highest role on the server, by the way. Like technically, Ali is the person with the highest role because it's higher than mine. It's higher than the paid intern role. Bad bitch. There we go. Because I was kind of no-go in Europe, and if I go there this year, I want to switch my ADHD meds. Something that's allowed. Is Adderall really not allowed in Europe? Really? Why? Considered an illegal narcotic in many European countries.
Is it here?
Yeah, we're trying to England, France, and the Netherlands. I mean, okay, England, that's not really, you know.
That's not Europe.
Well, I mean, kind of Europe. It's not EU. France, well, hard for me to respect. But the Netherlands is a valid concern. Is that really illegal? Can we not have unfair... Oh my goodness, no! I think I'm being radicalized. I think I'm being radicalized against the EU right now.
What the hell? No. You cannot.
Don't tell me I'll need to pick between EU and amphetamine. I don't know if that's a choice I can make. There's a list that I need to bring and I want to make it as smooth as possible. Well, make it as smooth as possible, so I can see your concern.
Yeah, make it slip and slide.
I also had the greatest interaction between me and Allmatter today. Which is possibly... No, because before I show it, I just want to make sure that nothing... Okay. Let me first ask for permission, because I find it very icky to send messages without permission. Unless they're redacted.
Unless they're funny.
Because it is it is a really, really, honestly, one of possibly the best like exchanges. I'm being radicalized is crazy. What am I supposed to give up? I've never even taken amphetamine, but I just love it as a concept. It's the superpower molecule. It is perfect in every way. But yes, I'm glad you're preparing though. Because I do want you to visit Europe very much. I hope you like it here, to be honest. Because I'll be honest, if you, well, depends on the country, obviously. I will need to push you to go to the Netherlands most. Because there are cities like, for example, well, I mean, okay, Mainz is nice. Mainz is certainly a nice city. And I do believe that it would be nicer than most things in the US. Frankfurt, I don't know, because Frankfurt could just be like any big city. That I think wouldn't be that different from just big cities in the US. Mainz is slightly smaller, but it's also way better designed, so that's really nice. However, Netherlands, now that's something. Now that's something you won't get in the land up over. I'm going to slowly convert you to to a European. The indoctrination process is beginning.
Beware the pipeline.
You heard the pipeline. Exactly. I'm working so slow. Oh well, I'm having fun. It's about the journey, not destiny. It's about the friends we make along the way.
Mm. It's about the friends who make out around the way.
I still haven't even played my Jamie. Ah, shit! Jamie Page. Jamie Page. I need to get used to saying that.
Seeing Jimmy.
Yeah, I've been saying Jimmy way too much. Jamie Page. There we go. Constant companions. I also need to switch. There we go, so that I won't get copyright stricken.
Did you see the image I made?
The image you've made. Which image?
The image I've made.
Which image have
Oh,
you made?
you didn't see the image I've made.
I don't think so.
I
I also like how someone has sent on yeah. Why aren't you a cat girl in Hopecore memes?
To
And
whom? To me?
no, in Hopecore memes they've sent why aren't you a cat girl? This video right here. And what's funny about it is that if you go to the chat on the live chat, you will see that yesterday I have actually sent this exact person when I was talking with Macaroni. This exact person. Because someone recognized me in the comment section on why aren't you a cat girl?
Oh, you added comment. Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. I know I keep fucking seeing this fucking image. I don't know where. Like, this fucking videos. Like.
Can I show you image
keep
on
popping
stream?
Oh, the image?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can show it.
I have to say it's. I mean, it's horrible but well made. Like I hate. You know how it's when people sometimes say, you know how usually it's not the concept, it's the execution. Right here is the opposite. The execution is fine. The concept is the problem. The execution is actually really nice. The concept is what bothers me.
You don't like a hamster, don't you?
I mean, you have a history of making certain Vocaloid images which are... well, let's just say they will not escape my mind easily.
Yeah, I think I'm getting better at drawing.
Good, go off. Oh, actually, oh no, I don't want you to have that power. Now I think about it. I've seen your commissions to all matter. I don't, you should be paying for that, you know? I don't want you to be able to create those images for free. Actually, Ali, are you still watching? Because I just realized I still haven't explained to you what a harmonic oscillator is. And right now would be a decent time for it, I suppose. I have the camera. I could just be writing. It is a bit of an inside joke between me and Remco, but I like the fact that I'm saying the simplest physical system. when there is in fact a simpler physical system that I just will refuse to acknowledge in my entire. It's so funny. So basically, Cassie, I'm gonna point it at you because I need to rant, and it's gonna look weird if I just rant to the void. The two simplest systems you can have in physics are basically the free particle and the harmonic oscillator. Basic idea being that harmonic oscillator oscillates, right? Well, a free particle just doesn't. So a free particle is, if you imagine an empty universe, which is a single ball just floating in space, right? It's just going somewhere. It could be standing still, it could be traveling at a constant speed, doesn't matter. That's the free particle, right? And so technically, free particle is the simplest system. However, the problem there is that it's so mind-numbingly boring because genuinely nothing happens. That's the whole point of the free particle. Nothing happens. It's a particle in an empty universe, so nothing can affect it. Which means there is like no mechanics there. And
Is there like no heat?
no, there's nothing. There's when you model it, you model the free particle as the free particle on its own. That's the whole point. So the whole point of mechanics is that there are mechanics, right? It's some kind of movement, some kind of change. With free particle, you cannot have that change because what's supposed to change it? There's nothing to change it. Even worse, when you do quantum mechanics, for example, it breaks completely. You cannot even do free particle most of the time with quantum mechanics because it just messes things up. You have a wave function that is going on forever and you can't really know. But my goodness, this requires a lot of context. I only now realized. The point is, it's a pain in the ass. I needed to run. I didn't want to run to avoid, so I just started with Cassie. My goodness, I feel like I have my cat again. I'm just ranting to them. I do have to say, it did feel a lot nicer to be ranting to a cat than to a mannequin. There is something about it. It like you could clearly look at it and see that there's nothing going on between its ears, like mind empty. It almost formulated a thought at one point, but not quite. Still.
Am I like that?
No. You have formulated thoughts on occasion.
And they scare you?
And they terrify me. Okay. I also need to rework the way I'm making the LaTeX, which... How did I do LaTeX?
How did you do LaTeX?
How did I do LaTeX? Insert LaTeX. How did I... What? Are these roots to the wrong place? Yeah, these are. Okay, well that's good to know. Pretty certain I was looking for main. Jamie Page music is such a wacky thing for me because it is very much a mood amplifier. If I'm feeling fine, it works wonders. If I'm not, then it absolutely makes me crash and burn. That's a dangerous thing to play with. Jamie Page music is not for the light of heart.
It depends what you're listening to.
Oh, always Constant Companions, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything else would be better.
You listen to Weather Girl.
Weather Girl sounds like it would honestly make the effect much worse. Why is one of the songs just called Woman of Wrestling? I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, you need to listen to Woman Wrestling.
I am hesitant. Okay, the question...
Come on. Can the woman be wrestling?
Can I render a LaTeX image with alpha? That'd be nice. You know what they say, women be wrestling.
I have one thing to say about that.
I did say that it is noted like a Discord emoji, so I'm glad that women wrestling is already a Discord emoji. That's nice.
Yeah.
Gotta be one of my favorite JPG songs.
Right after Rodder.
I've warmed up to Butcher Vanity recently as well, because the first time I've heard it, I wasn't so much into it, but now I see the appeal. And also, there is a line in there about eating a plate, in the original song, which
Wait, there's actually.
well, the implication is that you're not eating the actual plate, and you're eating the things on the plate, but it is phrased as if you're eating the plate. And I hold on, let me find it. Butcher Vanity.
What's her vanity? But she just eats plates.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. This is it. This is from the genuine, honest to God original song. They say I can't keep myself from trying a bite of every plate in sight.
Oh, okay.
Which every single time I hear this line, I just think of the Butcher Vanity, but she just eats plates. Okay, let's try to not break it. Because if we do RGBA, then ideally, what we would like is just zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0. And if this works, then hey, that's something. So let me just delete that, and now if I refresh, it broke.
I'm back.
Hi, back and make it.
Okay.
Everything
My
gone
Discord
horribly.
died.
Everything has gone horribly wrong as you were gone.
Okay.
Yeah, I need it transparent.
Good for you. This.
You go on. Don't be shy.
Is this YouTuber your new favorite one?
Is this what?
The YouTuber your new favorite? The gay one?
The gay YouTuber? Are you talking about the Kiwi?
Yes.
Well, no, I mean, I do think that it is quite something. I like the progressions, which is, am I gay? How to train your dragon character tier list. I'm not gay.
Did you see the one I posted?
The one YouTuber posted.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, I'm scrolling. It's like a meme.
Mixed emotion for me.
Learn
God.
this one.
Put on the emotion. Guarantee. Everyone is a little gay, in my opinion. I don't know if I even can state these things anymore because I'm so biased by my community. I've completely lost concept of what is the just average percentage of gayness. I've been out today and I saw someone and I saw like two different people, and I looked at them like, yeah, they're most certainly into men. But I mean, I don't even know if at this point my gaydar has just been so wretched by this community, or if I'm on point.
Like, if you think they're men, they're definitely the men.
I've just, with both of them, I looked at them, I was like, yup, they're into men. One of them, to be fair, one of them, I don't know if they were gay. I'm certain that they were into men. I don't know if they were gay, but simply because I couldn't exactly pinpoint what gender they were. But the other one, that one, I'm certain was gay. I can give you a percentage, but everyone definitely has a little gayness. Femboy thesis is what I call it. I've been... yes, exactly. My femboy thesis. My femboy thesis proves the fact that basically being straight is impossible. As in it is basically an infinitesimal probability. As limit tends to 0, it's a 0. Impossible. Those are the 3 flags I raise. Transparent, good for them. Okay.
Yeah. Did you see the image I sent you?
Hold on, let me see.
Like, this has to be deliberate. This is not a
this
random
one,
person.
yeah.
The second to last one, it cracks me up every time.
I'm not non-binary. I have a job. I could be a saint, perfectly devoid of anything I am. I could be a martyr, I could be a cross, I can be whatever everybody wants. I could be a canvas, I could be a doll. I don't think I'm even something real at all. I could be a woman, I could be a man. Look into the mirror, tell me what I am. I could be a difference, I could be the same. Try to give me meaning, it's a losing game. I could go to heaven, I can go to hell. Does it even matter? I could never tell. Maybe I am nothing, maybe I am all, maybe something. Oh, hold on, this is good actually. That was actually way funnier than you delivered make it. I know I go so much transparent. So what is this? What is... It's like that when I got here, yeah. Why is it... What? Have I broken the website before I even got there? Try turning it off and back on. Sure. Electric thingy is not actually what I want. No matter how much I listen to it, machine love will always just be a third person to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have actually a whole bunch of pears. I've been eating them like crazy.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
You're on your pear arc.
I mean, I love pears. They're brilliant. They're a bit like apples, but better.
I see you.
Well, I mean, I don't think you do, because let's be honest, out of the two of us, we're not the same. I eat them for the flavor, you eat them for the shape.
What are that's supposed to mean?
You didn't say I'm wrong. You didn't say, make it, no, that's not true. Because you know it, deep at heart.
I know that I eat pears for the fucking shape. Really?
Look at me and tell me I'm wrong. Go on, do it. Why can't I?
I
This
mean-
is so painful. Yeah, we mean what? Go on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Go on. Which you don't know, but what?
I mean, pears have a cool texture to them. Unlike apples, they have really fucking boring texture.
Okay, hold on, because All Matter just greenlit the greatest interaction in the history of Discord.
So,
Let me. There we go. This is
Okay.
the greatest. This is like. Behold the greatest interaction in the history of Discord. It. Yeah,
okay.
it does not
Nice.
get better than this. Ah. Latex set background to Chinese. I won't be able to unsee it. Transparent. My goodness, I come from graphics. Transparent should mean alpha 0 to me.
Let them have the alphas. Alphas can be trans too.
I prefer my trances beta, to be honest, but or omegas. Hey, I'll take them all. I don't discriminate. This is meant to be a science stream. Oh fuck! I'm getting more coffee. I cannot.
It's a motherfucking, oh my god, that's
That's
quite
always
something.
happens when you join in. I'm getting more coffee.
I have that influence on you.
Yeah, you do.
When I joined the chance to figure out, oh my god.
Yeah, the
Well,
quantum mechanics, notation for the operator that we use in order to get the generator of the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
evolution
that
operator.
one.
Obviously,
Nothing else.
that's what we're referring to here. Science stream, right?
I throw an alpha to the wolves, he will come back leading the pack. Throw a sigma, he will come back pregnant.
I really do want to do a meme right now of the just picture like, the picture of the time evolution operator generator, and with just caption that says "I love omegas," because there will be a small percentage of people who will find it funny. But it's gonna be so small.
There will be small percentage of omegas who will find it funny.
For the life of me, I cannot recall another example of where I've seen an omega in physics. I mean, Remco is an alpha, for
I mean,
example.
you would love to
Notation,
get
what?
physics
Right,
over-
notation. We're talking about yeah, I was talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, I mean-
notation, right.
I mean, you'd
Character.
love to get physical with an omega though.
One day I'll find one.
Oh.
But yeah. Alpha.
Well, I'm afraid to make jokes in this topic even.
Yeah. Cassie, would you consider yourself more of a beta or an omega? What are you?
What's your thing?
What is Omegaverse, by the way? What is that? I've heard that so many times. What is that? Based on the chuckle, I can already tell I don't want to know, do I? Fine, I retract my question. Keep your secrets.
I feel like you do know what it is, considering the this conversation.
I mean, no. As a concept, as in, is it like some kind of series, some kind of universe, some kind of
It's like a setting.
aesthetic?
It's like fantasy.
You just
I say a
a
setting.
setting, right?
Yes, it's a setting.
It's like D&D. As in,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, that's fair. Like Cyberpunk, for example. It's a
okay,
setting.
okay. Well, is
It's
it
also
exactly
a setting.
okay? So then, a quick follow-up question that might explain: is it exactly what it sounds like?
What does it sound like?
Omegaverse? What does it sound like?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like an Omega verse. I don't. Well, I could describe what I think it sounds like. I just don't want to. As in, I don't want to.
Is it an off-stream type of conversation?
Oh no, I just have like you can't see me right now, but I am getting physical symptoms of my just my body refusing to say it. Like there's a chill running down my spine. Describing make it. I would really rather not, to be frankly honest. I think if I describe it, my bones will just snap and my body will disintegrate. You
It
can't see it,
feels
but
like
I
you know
genuinely am
awful lot
getting.
about this.
You can't see it, so you're gonna have to trust me. I'm genuinely getting chills down my spine. That's not a joke. I have that in me, where basically, if I find something I don't want to do, I'm getting genuine chills. That's not even a fear of anything. This is just my body letting me know that it doesn't want to.
Is your body you're an Omega?
I will have to be. Yes, based on my behavior, you've gotta know, obviously. Being uncomfy is a good thing. It's not even uncomfy, it's just. I don't know how to explain it. Because it's not disgust. That's not it. That's not the right word. I feel like I'm in the Harry Potter universe and someone is trying to get me to say Voldemort. This is the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
Science, am I right?
So what you say is you heard that word from some people, and from the context you deduce, you don't want to know about it.
What, Omegaverse? Yeah, I've heard it quite a lot. From different sources. You're still a coward. You're lucky you're my best mate. If someone else calls me a coward, hell shall reign.
I wouldn't call him a mate after talking about Omegaverse.
Shut up. Omega has taken the Omegaverse. Oh, I have! That was the Omegaverse quiz. Oh yeah, and I have taken
Wait, have you
it.
taken the... Oh my god, you've taken the quiz?
Yeah. Ali one day just told me, hey, take this quiz.
What?
And so I took the quiz.
What did you get at the end?
I don't remember. I can check. Hold on.
Were you a loner alpha?
I don't remember. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was a loner alpha.
I knew it.
Which I don't even agree with. You also got lone alpha. But I don't... Listen.
I do agree with it.
I don't... Well, I mean, I see how you would, but I personally don't agree with it.
Listen, as a submissive Omega, I think I have a good theory.
Well, I mean, hey, they are the experts, am I right? Why should I question an expert?
We always end up in the best stream topics ever.
You don't.
There's a video about.
I don't fully agree with it, but I forget the description for this. You don't strike me as a loner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. I suppose it depends. Oh jeez, no, this is not the topic we want to get into. Change it quick. Change scenery. Change scenery. Let's get something different.
Okay.
All that matters.
All that matters.
Yes.
Alright, I think we're gonna go now.
That's reasonable. You have
You've put me in the heat.
Well, don't. You didn't have to say that. And yeah, leave on that. That's a great note to leave on. Sure. I mean, hey, it's a cold winter, I suppose. Glad to be doing a service. Right. What we need right now is. That was the I will be brutally honest with you, Ali. That's not even new. I would be lying if I said I was surprised. Okay. Let me have a sip. I'm so glad that so far I've been continuously scaring everyone away considering the topic. We are using the preview. So let's be more specific since I run the preview. Wish I could voice right now. Don't be up. I could explain to you what a harmonic oscillator is, by the way. Now would be a fine time if you'd like. I mean, to be fair, you are at work, so if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine as well. I can just keep doing this. Yes? Alright then. Let me set up the camera. Let me set up the camera for it. Oh, the light of the sun. I really hope you'll be able to see the text, because it might be a bit... But sounds like some first grade vernacular. Don't worry, I'll start simple. It is a simple concept. If it's possible that you have seen it in the past and didn't understand it, but that's simply because it's really often taught with like very deep physics vocabulary for some reason, which is absolutely not necessary. You better appreciate it because I'm spending a completely clean sheet of paper on that, and I don't have all that many pieces of paper. This is an expense. I've been saving them so much. You wanna know? Honestly, you better appreciate it. This piece of paper right here has carried over 2 videos and 3 live streams, and I'm starting a completely new one just to explain it to you. All right. I really hope you can see the writing, by the way, because I do realize on the phone it might be a bit tricky. So let me just zoom in a bit more. Oh, look at me. I'm such a goddamn professional. Right. Where are my nice pens? Have I put all of them away into my coat? I think I did. Jeez. Hold on. I need to get my... keep them in my coat because I really like to write on the go. You're my best mate and I love you, platonic. So do I. Well, I love you as well. There we go. Okay. Let's start simple. We're going to do it in a Newtonian formalism. Hopefully by the end of this, I will be able to explain to you the... depending on how it goes, I could even get to a quantum harmonic oscillator. If I explain it well. If I don't, then at least the idea behind the Lagrangian and Hamiltonian, and if I don't then at least the Newtonian should be nice. So, first things first. Newtonian formalism. What is the Newtonian formalism? Well, you're definitely familiar with it. although you may not know that's the Newtonian formalism, because that's just F is equal to ma, lowercase a normally, but hey, I want it to be readable. Which means force is equal to mass times acceleration. Forces, if I have a knife and it's not moving, then in order for it to move, I need to push it. I am applying a force. So we have this knife, and in order for it to move, I'm applying a force right here with an arrow. There we go. That is force. How do you spell it? Newtonian formalism, like Newton. Newton. I really hope I spelled it correctly. Force equal to mass times acceleration. Exactly. So, basic idea here being that we push on the knife and it goes forward. That is the force we're applying. So, this knife has a certain mass, and so if I apply some kind of force, mass stays constant, then what we get is the acceleration of it. So, since this is constant, this means that the force is proportional to the acceleration. So if I push it stronger, it accelerates more. If I push it less, it accelerates less. That much is understandable. However, what is crucially important is that force is proportional to acceleration, not velocity. Which means that if I don't push it at all, velocity will stay constant. Velocity will stay the same. So if I push it, it accelerates, and unless another force is acting on it, it will never stop. It will just keep going forever. So why does it stop? Well, it stops because there is another force acting on it. That is the force of friction. Friction, air resistance, all of these things. There are forces in their own right. So I personally am pushing on this knife from this side. However, the table, the piece of paper, everything, air resistance, everything right here is pushing it the other way to put it to a stop. Does that make sense so far? Oh, I had to double check for a second that it wasn't. Makes a lot of sense. Good. Okay, if it makes a lot of sense, then allow me to surprise you by saying that that's it. That's it when it comes to the Newtonian formalism. It is the simplest formalism in physics, and that is genuinely it. This single equation right here is the entire formalism. Force is equals to mass times acceleration. That is it. Nothing more. If you understand this, that means you're ready to do Newtonian physics. So, what kind of Newtonian physics can we do? Well, there are two examples that are the simplest. First one of them is the free particle, which I was joking about previously. What does a free particle mean? Well, let's take our knife. Imagine that there is no universe, okay? Nothing at all. It's alone in an empty universe. That would be the free particle example. Now, crucially, we're modeling the knife as an entire particle, which means it's not interacting with itself. We're modeling it as a singular thing. That's it. So, oscillators, when it hits the equilibrium, we'll get to the oscillator in a second. For now, we're going to deal with a free particle. Knife in a universe on its own. How is it going to behave? Well, if it's in the universe on its own, there are no forces acting on it. Nothing at all. Because there is nothing else to act on it. Which means, for this kind of knife, F would be equal to 0. That's our free particle definition, right? No forces acting on it. Now, let us try to solve this equation. Well, we have two equations actually. F is equal to 0 and F is equal to ma. Right? We have these two. And since F is equal to F, that means 0 is equal to ma. This should be fairly understandable. These two are equal, which means these two have to be equal. I know I may be going a bit quickly, I know that maybe writing it down a bit of a weird way, but that's the basic idea so far. Do you follow? F is equal to 0, F is equal to ma, which means F is equal to F, 0 is equal to ma. In this scenario, and the mass isn't 0 but acceleration is 0. Yeah, exactly. This means that in our free particle example, mass can also... Well, we're assuming that mass isn't equal to 0 because that screws a bit of formalism. So if the mass isn't equal to 0, that would mean acceleration has to be 0. And there we go. That is our entire system solved. That's The free particle basically means that if you have a free particle, it will never accelerate because there is nothing to accelerate it. It's alone in its entire universe, simple as it could be. I don't like the free particle because I find it extremely boring and not even a good display of any kind of formalism. I'm so smart. Actually, you will in a second see just that even with a harmonic oscillator case, even though it's going to get really complicated, the core idea will stay the same. So, this is it. Now let's talk about the harmonic oscillator. What is the harmonic oscillator? Well, Hydra Unholy Fingerboard. It's going to be a bit difficult to show because if I'm doing it from the top down, yeah, you won't be really able to see. But the harmonic oscillator is exactly what it sounds like. It's something that oscillates. You can oscillate left, right, left, right, left, right, like so. This is different from a free particle. How is it? Well, obviously it's different, but how is it different? Well, think about it. The example, there are a lot of different examples, balls rolling up and down the hill, weight on a spring, etc, etc, etc. But we're going to model it in a bit of a more abstract way just to make it simpler. We have a ball that's going right and left and right and left and is oscillating, right? So this would be the direction of time. I know I'm drawing it a bit weird, but you can imagine it like this. Or with the time moving on its own and the particle still be like this. So going right, left, right, left, right, left. Does that make sense so far? I may be wording in a bit of a weird way, I suppose, but I think you understand oscillation, right? That's simple. The question is, how would we model oscillation using the Newtonian formalism? So, what do I mean by that? Well, I will remind you, Newtonian formalism is just this. That's it. Concept of a force. That's all there is. So the question stands, how do we express the force acting on the harmonic oscillator? That is the crucial thing we need in order to be able to apply the Newtonian formalism. Now, in this scenario, I think it could be, despite it being really simple and really easy to come up with something like this, I don't know if I should ask you for it because it requires like being used to working with variables. So if I ask you right now, how would you describe that force? If you can't come up with an answer, don't worry because that just means that like the question on its own is very vague, which it is. But still, I'm going to give it a shot. How would you describe the harmonic oscillator, the force acting on the harmonic oscillator? So basically, in order to describe the harmonic oscillator, we want F is equal to what? What is the force acting on the harmonic oscillator equal to? How would you describe it? If you can't come up with an answer, by the way, don't worry, because as I mentioned, it is easy, but it requires a fairly good knowledge of physics. I always like to compare it to if I asked you to explain some kind of medical concept to me in German, you wouldn't probably be able to do it. But that's not because you don't know medicine, only that's because you don't know German. So this isn't, so right here, if you are lacking the vocabulary, don't worry about it. That's just something that comes with time. I don't know the correct answer. F is equal to mx. I don't know what acceleration will be. No, not acceleration, but yeah, actually. So, I will answer them. Don't worry about it, as I mentioned, because once again, this is just, this comes with time. Force, the answer is force is equal to minus kx. That's the answer. Why is that? Well, that's because if you imagine it's kind of axis, right? Where this way we have positive x, this way we have negative x. So this is just our coordinates. So for example, right here is position 0, right here is position 1, right here is position -1. Okay? Then, what is k is 1x? Yeah, I will get to that. I'm getting to it right now. Because if you have this kind of coordinate system, where right here you have 1, right here you have -1, then you can draw what the forces would be on those coordinates. So, if it's minus kx, that means at 1, our force would be equal to minus k. This is at 1. At -1, it will be equal to k. At 0, it will be equal to 0. At the halfway point, it will be equal to minus k divided by 2. Right here will be equal to k divided by 2, like this. Or to draw it with arrows, right here the force will be pointing to the left. Right here the force will be pointing to the left but will be smaller. Right here wouldn't be pointing anywhere because it's 0. Right here will be pointing to the right but small. And right here will be pointing to the right but big. Like this. K is just some kind of constant, simply because physicists love chucking in random constants, because it makes it easier. So like position units. Yes, exactly. And so the reason why this works for a harmonic oscillator is because if you imagine our particle, our ball, whatever you want to call it, then if it goes right, look what happens. If it goes right, it experiences a force that is pushing it left. So if it goes right, it starts going left. But if it goes left, it experiences a force that's pushing it right. So what we get is oscillation. Do you understand why this kind of force causes an oscillation? Because it could be a bit confusing for a first time. So if I need to go over again, don't worry, I can. Just gonna have another sip. I can't believe it was, but I understand. Okay, good. Yes, that's absolutely fine. It is a fair bit intuitive, I would say. If it goes to the right, it experiences something pushing it to the left. If it goes to the left, it experiences something pushing it to the right. What is that something? Well, that something could be a spring. It could be a spring either being squished in and wanting to stretch out, or it being stretched out and wanting to squish in. If it's like a weight like this, then if it goes too much to the left from the equilibrium, it experiences gravity pushing it more to the right. Then it goes to the right and it experiences gravity pushing it down to the left. And as such, it oscillates. Left and right, left and right. That's the basic idea. Now, what we have here is the definition of our harmonic oscillator, right? Keep in mind how we managed to solve the free particle. By that I mean, we had two equations, one which defines our formalism, and one which defines our system. And then we just set them equal to each other because they were equal. So the definition of a force and what our force actually is. And that is exactly how we're going to solve this harmonic oscillator, which means F is equal to MA, and since F is equal to F, that means MA must be equal to minus KX. This equation right here has to be it. The way you're playing with the knife is currently such aura farming. Well, what can I say? Right. It's not sharp, which is why I can play with it. But yeah. Do you understand this step right here? The definition of our force? The definition of our force in the Newtonian formalism? MA is equal to minus KX. Exactly, spot on, yes. So, you can think about it this way. This equation right here describes what our force of the harmonic oscillator is. This describes how our force is affecting our system. So if we combine them both together, we get this equation, which describes how our specific force affects our system. Now, where do we go from here? Well, this is the step that's going to be actually mathematically challenging. That's because this is where we actually transition into genuine mathematics. So before we go there, say that again, right. This right here equation, F is equal to minus Kx, talks about the specific force of our harmonic oscillator. That's what it describes, the specific force. F is equal to MA describes how the force is affecting our system. So no matter what kind of system you have, if it's a free particle harmonic oscillator, if it's a car hitting a cube, if it's a guy falling off a plane, anything like that, all of these will be described by F is equal to MA. All of them. Everything. But only harmonic oscillator is described by F is equal minus Kx. So this describes the mechanics this describes how forces affect systems. This describes the force of our specific system. Yes. So, before we get there, however, let me explain to you maybe why we want to solve the system, because that's something that I also believe is really often overlooked in physics, which is it's never motivated. Hi, there is Rima. Hi. So, why do we want to solve the system? Because already we could simulate this system, actually. That's pretty trivial. We can just, well, simulate it. There's not much more to say. But let me ask you a question. Let's say that we have our harmonic oscillator which starts at position 1. It starts right here. What if I ask you a question of where will this harmonic oscillator be after 3 seconds? So it starts right here plus 3 seconds. Can you answer that question of where it will be after 3 seconds? The answer is, so far not. You could simulate it once again, but those simulations would be imperfect, it would be so annoying. You cannot actually answer where it will be after 3 seconds. Because there's no information here about where it will be after 3 seconds. Nothing actually tells you where it will be. And that's precisely what solving the system is all about. So if you think about it, right here, you theoretically have everything you need. You know what the force is, you know how it affects your system. Which means that somewhere in there must be information about where the system will be after 3 seconds. What we want in physics, we want to extract that information. We want to get that information out. And that's precisely why we want to solve this system. So our goal, ideally, would be to take this equation right here and somehow turn it into a form of a function which takes in time and then gives you the position. Like this. Because then what you could do is you could just do f of 3 seconds and that's it, you get the position out. That's what solving a system means. Is that understandable? Is that clear? That's our goal. That's what we would like to achieve, this right here function. Yeah, because so far we have no idea where it is after 3 seconds. What we want is some kind of function where we plug in the time. That makes much sense. Okay, that's good. That's really good, because that is the biggest issue of the process. Now what's going to happen, I will be brutally honest with you, I don't see much value in explaining it on its own. If you like functions, then this is actually really good, because I personally think that thinking about physics in terms of functions makes everything so much easier in the classical formalisms. In the more complicated ones like quantum and such, unfortunately you need to give that away, but that's, well, even I'm like years away from actually needing to use the quantum formalism, so that's absolutely fine. So, the question is, how do we solve this system? I will not explain it to you step by step, simply because, I will be honest, I think that would be a bit of a waste of time. There is no specific information that can be gained from this, other than a general like how we would do this kind of approach. I will say that this is genuinely not me doing a shameless promotion, but I genuinely think that it would be more useful for you to just like watch my videos on derivatives, simply because it's a lot. What I am about to do is a lot. If you don't understand it, that's absolutely fine. It's not difficult, it's just genuinely a shit ton of information. Here's the idea. This x right here is not a value. It is a function. X of t. Why is that? Well, it's because we have different t positions, right? Our x at 0 seconds may not be equal to x at 2 seconds. That gives us a different position. Does that make sense? I used to be really good at derivatives. I should be able to follow along if you just say what you're doing. I'll try my best. Hi, Nithyo, hi. I'll try my best and I'll try to go very slow. I'm just warning you because it genuinely will be a lot. But yes, x is not a value, it's actually a function. Because x at different times will be different. Now, what is acceleration? Acceleration is just second order derivative in relation to time of position. What does that mean? Well, it means that it describes meters per second. Just like velocity is first order derivative in relation to time, because it's meters per second, acceleration is meters per second. Second order derivative in relation to time. So it describes to you the curvature of how the position is changing in relation to time. This should be understandable on its own, like so. Okay, then we can rewrite this equation right here, and I'll use the standard notation. We can also at the same time, so we can do a couple of things. First of all, we can divide both sides by minus k. That's the first step. And second step, we can express a as this second order derivative. Like so. Which then will give us minus m divided by k, second order derivative of position is equal to position. Like this. Now you can see that we have already gotten a function of position. The function that takes in time gives us position. There is one problem, however. We cannot solve it so far. If I just plug in number 0, then you'll still struggle a lot to solve it. And that's because this is a differential equation. As in, you have a function expressed in terms of its own change. Which means that if we solve this differential equation, our entire system will be solved. And what we will get is this holy grail, which was actually our system solved. Does that make sense so far? So this right here is me just rewriting the equation, dividing both sides by minus k to get this, and just rewriting this acceleration as a second order derivative in relation to position. No worries. Okay. So once again, does this make sense? What was the question? The question is, does this make sense? Because it is, all I did is I just rewrote the equation. I just rewrote this equation right here into this equation right here. All I did is just rewrote it by dividing both sides by minus k and rewriting the acceleration. I would not be able to, but it makes sense. Okay, good. I'm glad it makes sense then. Because then there's only the last step, which is the mathematics. As in, we'd like to solve this equation. And that is tricky. Basically, here's the logic. This is a second order derivative of this function, which means that what do we need? Well, we have a minus and we have a constant. Then we have the second order derivative, which I'm just going to write as x double dot, same thing, different notation, doesn't matter, it's just easier, xt. We're taking the derivative twice. So, I had to patience leave, had to talk with them. Don't worry, it's absolutely fine. On the side, I'm just doing Python image editing, it's fine. Right here, what we want is we want to somehow get rid of these two using the derivative. That's because we need this to be an equality. We need the left side to be equal to the right side. So how do we get rid of the stuff on the left? Well, getting rid of the minus will be simple. In order to get rid of the minus, we need to multiply it by another minus. Then it gives us a plus. That's simple. How do we get rid of m divided by k? Well, we can multiply it by k divided by m. Like this. Which means that all we effectively want is, we want, through the process of derivation, to get minus k divided by m. If we get minus k divided by m, so if the second order derivative of x is equal to minus k m xt, then we've succeeded. All we need to do right now is just find this. If we find this, congrats, that's an inequality. How do we find it? Well, first of all, let's start with the minus. What kind of function, when taking the second order derivative of, gives us a minus itself? So what we're looking for is second order derivative of x of t gives us minus x of t. Are you familiar with any kind of function that fulfills this requirement? Decide to calculus and memory refresher. That's absolutely fine, don't worry. Because at this point, I'll be honest with you, it is just a memorizing game, and I personally don't really like memorizing games. So if you don't, that's absolutely fine. Because that is a sine, or a cosine, any kind of wave function. Waves have this really nice property that if you take their derivatives, from a sine, you get a cosine, from which you get a minus sine, from which you get a minus cosine. And then the cycle repeats. So if you take a sine, second order derivative of sine is 1, then 2, minus sine, which means second order derivative of a sine is equal to minus sine. Hey, one piece of the puzzle solved. How do we get a minus? That's easy. Just start with a sine. That will be our building block. It is the sine. Yeah, you have got it right. There we go. I remember, just don't have them memorized. Yeah, that's good, because as I mentioned, I don't personally like memorization games, so it's absolutely fine. Most of the time, you can, well, you know, you're not studying physics, neither am I, so most of the time, just looking things up is fine. That's what I do. So, we have gotten first part of the puzzle done. We have gotten the minus. Now, how do we get the constant? That's a lot more tricky. In order to get the constant out, what we basically want is we want some kind of way to take a derivative of a function of x and get the derivative of the function of x multiplied by a constant. That's what we need. Is it clear why this is what we need? Theoretically, we need second order derivative, but that doesn't matter because, well, we're applying derivative twice. It won't make a difference in this scenario. Is it clear why we need some kind of mechanism? About 60% yes. Okay, then let's make it 100% because that's important. What we want right here, all we have is a derivation. That is it. That is the only thing we're trying to figure out. The constants we know, the minus we know, the equalities itself. All we're trying to figure out is what is this derivative, what is this function. More specifically, we're trying to figure out what is this function based on the derivative. We have two clues. First of the clues is that after taking the derivative twice, we get a minus. Second clue is that after taking the derivative twice, we get it multiplied by a constant. Those are our two clues to what that function is. The minus we have already figured out by saying that it's a sine. That's fine, that works. We know that our function is a sine because we get a minus after second order derivative. Now, the second piece of the puzzle is the constant. which leads to the question, what kind of function, when taking the derivative of, gives us the derivative multiplied by a constant? Hi, the fun main. Hi, welcome. So, this one is a little bit more difficult, so don't worry if you don't get that one, but are you familiar with any mechanism that would give us a derivative multiplied by a constant when taking a derivative? Are you familiar with any kind of mechanism that would give us this? This one is a fair bit more difficult, so if you're not familiar, don't worry. It is a little bit more tricky. Don't remember, I think I will be joking. Okay, that's fine, because I do think that you actually remember. It's just that there are a lot of like things at play here in order to make this to work, because the mechanism we're looking for is the chain rule. The chain rule has this property where if you take a derivative of a function with another function on the inside, like this, there we go, it is equal to derivative of f g of t multiply by the derivative of g. Now, first of all, the chain rule is something that already on its own is, well, a fairly like more difficult of a differential tool. But second of all, there is one thing that you could notice here, which is that this is a function. We want a constant. That's a discrepancy, isn't it? Like if you look at these two equations, they're actually a fair bit different, aren't they? First of all, we don't get Lucifer from absolutely no Drummond chain rule. That's absolutely fine, because even then, this is the definition of a chain rule. It's pretty simple, because, well, I mean, genuinely, that's it. There's not much to a single equation. But the crucial question is, why could we make it work? I mean, look at it. It's different, right? Right here we get f derivative of x. Right here we get f derivative of g of t. That's different. And second of all, we want a constant when what we get is a function. So how could we make this work? How is that the answer? Well, it is the answer because you can have certain functions which are a constant. You can have that. Your function doesn't actually need to have a t. So, as I mentioned, there's a lot of things happening at once, so don't worry if it's confusing, because it is bloody confusing. But basically, what we're looking for right now is some kind of function of which derivative is equal to a constant. More specifically, we already know what that constant we'd like it to be. That's because we take the derivative twice, which means that constant squared has to be equal to what we need, which is k divided by m. Which means constant is equal to root k divided by m. That's the constant we're looking for. So, we're looking for a function whose derivative is equal to square root of k divided by m. It's a common package of very simple steps. Yeah, exactly. All the steps are simple, it's just that there is a lot of them. So my question to you is, because this I think you could actually figure out, what kind of function's derivative is equal to this constant? Or even better, how can we get the function g of t based on this information? This is what we know. We know that the derivative of the function is equal to square root of k divided by m. How do we get the function itself? So we know that the derivative is equal to this constant. What we want is not the function, or not the derivative, only the function itself. How can we get it based on this information? Don't worry. No rush, I'm pouring myself coffee. So basically, I'm running out of space on this piece of paper, which we bothersome. We know the derivative. What we want is g of t is equal to question mark. What goes here? Once again, you don't need to tell me what the derivative is. Ideally, I would actually prefer if you tell me how to get it rather than what it is. Because how to get it is a lot more important. Is it the second? No, don't think about what it would be. Think about how to get it. And also, if you would like a bit of a hint, more than happy to provide one. Trigonometric functions. No. Okay. Allow me to give you a hint. We know. We need to focus on what we know, what we don't know. What we know is the derivative of our function is equal to the constant. We don't even care what the constant is even. But yeah, we know this. What we want to know is what the function on its own is equal to. So what we would like is something that would reverse the derivative. Something that we can plop the derivative into and get the antiderivative back. Are you familiar with that kind of tool? That takes in a derivative of some kind of function and returns the antiderivative. Give me 2 minutes, brought back. Alright, no problem. I can just get back to image editing. So right here, what I think is actually pillow. Python pillow. I think it's a mistake to try to render LaTeX with a blank background already. Short of hydration break. I've been drinking exclusively coffee this stream. I've missed it. I'm pulling an all-nighter and I'm really pleased about it. I think it's a mistake to render the LaTeX with a transparent background when I can instead just pillow it. Pillow, replace a color in an image. Because then we can... I forgot pillows are an actual thing. I tend to forget about these things from time to time. Yes, there is. There is. How convenient. Okay, what have you been up to while I was at the regular stable? Not much, to be honest. Just working as always. It's all I tend to do nowadays. Working hard or hardly working. Even worse, I haven't even begun working on the videos I was supposed to be working on today. Because I'm working on the website. It's not one thing, it's another. Okay. This line right here saves us... How was the regular stable actually, Theo? Someone who knew someone from image. And now the question is, we need that as the requirements, do we not? Be someone who've confused me for if I could see someone who knew me. Is it below? Brilliant. 1200. Oh, why does it not work? That's, oh yeah, because 2 equals. Here we go, splendid. So we can take the image, then we open the image. This is the code from the Geeks for Geeks. I was on a queer organization talk yesterday, and today at Sid Regular's meetup, and got candles and screws from a handful of people simultaneously. Oh, good for you. 1 minute, sorry, clicking out what? It's fine, Ali, don't worry. Good for you, Theo. How did the organization talk go, actually? That sounds interesting. Theoretically, I am setting it to be pitch black, but just in case, we're going to do it this way. And then we're going to append, hope this works. I mean, it should work, I think. It is a bit inefficient, but yeah, because I'm passing an image like an idiot, but oh well. Oh, well, yes. Right, now if we run it, what we should see is, if we go to the website, the image is gone. If I click on this, it should be transparent. Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes, oh, yes. Oh, beautiful, it works. Did it replace the old LaTeX image actually? No, it didn't. Damn it! Just outright damn it. Organization talk was on the other side of the state. Went good. It was about the groups and how we deal with assault within said groups if they happened and what we have on our hands as options. Oh, I see. Jeez, that sounds serious. That's not well. Hi, the flame. Did you find the DM'd yesterday? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. I didn't reply, flame. By the way. Yes, that's really good. I'm so sorry I didn't reply. I've had a bit of a long day. Hold on. Let me send it. There we go. Reaction image. I'm out of work. Can we wrap this up quick and I'll talk to you about it later. Alright, wrapping it up quick. Cheers. Head loud and clear. Basically, we know the derivative. We know that the derivative has to be equal to the constant in order for us to solve this. So, in order to get that antiderivative, what we use is the integral. That's what an antiderivative is. So, into it, we pop in our derivative, which is the constant of root km dx, and what we get is root km x plus some kind of constant c, which I can also note down as phi. So from this we actually already can fix everything up, because this equation right here gives us that our final equation should be f of g of t, which means our final equation should be sine of root km x plus constant, which I'll note down like this, like so, closed. And you know what's fun? The fun part is, this is actually it. If you take this equation right here, if you pop it into our differential equation, what you get is an equality, which means it works. And the reason why it's so nice is because what this basically means is, I'm going to note it down right here, just to be bigger. We have sine of root k by m of x, or actually t. Let's do t because time, plus phi, like so, is equal to x of t. And the neat part is that if you want to know where the harmonic oscillator will be at 3 seconds, all you need to do is just plug in the 3. And there we go. All of these constants are just constants, which means we assume that we know them. And there, you get exactly where the harmonic oscillator will be after 3 seconds. You plug in the 3, and you get this. This is something that we can just... I can graph it in Desmos. So that's the solved system. That's how you solve a system. And then, but that was the Newtonian formalism, which means using forces, where it's, F is equal to minus kx. However, if you're using different formalisms, like for example, the Lagrangian formalism, the Hamiltonian formalism, in those formalisms, you don't have a concept of a force, instead you have a concept of an energy. If you're doing quantum mechanics, then you go even further, because then you have notion of a state, etc., etc. I'll get to how different models work in the future. That's the basic idea. There we go, wrap it up quick. Whew. That was really nice talk, and really good to have a bunch of numbers and people I can recommend for situations. Yeah, it's always good to know a guy who knows a guy. I've had a long day, it's just you have not slept since that DM was sent. I have slept, but I've slept like an absolute mess, because I've slept in around 3-hour increments, like 4 times since then. It's been a mess, but yes, I'm really excited about that. Also, another thing, Flame, I'll be honest with you, there is something I want from you, which is, there is something I want from you, and I need to get my thing. Here's what I want from you. I want 2 things. First of all, I would really like to teach you Python, because, well, I'm putting through a... Alright, that worries me, Ali. See ya, I hope you're good. Do mention later. But yes, I'm sorry, right. One thing at a time. I'm a bit worried now, but it's fine. I can push it to the back of my brain. Flame, there are 2 things I want from you. First of all, I want to teach you Python, because, well, it's like the only thing I can teach you. It would be nice to be useful. And second of all, I have my drunk science notebook, in which I have gotten some lectures from Ash and Remco, like so, some physics, etc. And I would really like to have you explain to me NMR in depth for this page, and your research for this page. I would really like that. That's the thing I would ask you for. Not today, not right now, but I would like that in depth. Because I'll be brutally honest with you, Flame, I don't think I understand it. I mean, I understand all the parts you explained to me, but most information instantly leaves my brain, because I don't think I have a good grasp of it, and I would really like to have a good grasp of both NMR. I would really like to have a good grasp of both NMR and your research. We're aiming to submit my paper to Science with me as first author on Monday. Oh, it's incredible. My goodness, that is incredible. So hopefully I can actually talk about it soon. That would be really, really exciting. That's quick. Can you grasp now getting a chokehold on it? Well, if it's concentric. Yes. Most researchers only get 1 or 2 papers in Science, Nature in their entire career. Well, that is incredible. That is bloody incredible. As a first author as well, that's brilliant. That is genuinely so incredible. I'm gonna follow up then past Monday. Because that is really, really exciting. Also, if you'd like, I did most of the work and led almost the whole project. That's why I'm down as first author, which is brilliant. Paper in Science is absolutely incredible. Although Prof is the one actually writing it because he wants to speedrun. I mean, yeah, I know the reason, which that's fair. The second it happens, I want a lecture on on the paper. That's what I would like. And eventually a dedicated video on it. It's so... I'm sorry, I'm just like taking it in takes a bit for me, you know? The paper would be a good basis for how NMR is actually useful. I can only imagine. Once again, this is exactly why I want to have a good grasp of NMR and the research itself. Basically, I'm going to do vague reactions and then use NMR to see if they reacted and how. Okay then. Past Monday, on some day, you need to explain to me then. It is crucial. I need it. Non-negotiable. And then also I can start working on the video about the paper. Because even then, it's going to be like... It's going to be out in March, tops. But I want it to be a video I won't regret this time. This time I want it to be a video that can do the topic justice. Hold on. We're still waiting for the pattern to go through until I can actually talk about it. I know. When submitting the paper doesn't count as disclosure unless it's actually published. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. That actually does make sense, yeah. You know what? That's fair. But I don't want to wait more till the lecture. I am so deadly terrified though, because I know for a fact that I'm going to be burdened by knowledge if you explain it to me before the patent goes through. I am going to be just absolutely terrified to talk about it. Whenever anyone mentions chemistry, I'm just gonna like hard pivot to computer science or something, just in case. There, it's transparent. Yes, brilliant. The best part is that the explosion video I sent is one of our reactions in the paper. I know. It is still hilarious to me as a concept that it just went on, you know. It went on normally, just fine, then you were like, oh, actually, you know what? It might blow up. Let me just start recording. And instantly, instantly it blows up. Yeah, I can't wait to. I can't wait for all this. It's absolutely brilliant. Man, I love science. I was thinking I was such excited. Oh yeah, you are 3 months. Right, you are 3 months in. My goodness, it feels like years. Jeez. Right, no, yeah, no, that is true. Um, it makes sense in my head because I remember when you were doing your masters, but it doesn't make sense in my head at the same time. My goodness. I spent 4 years making some random materials with band gaps and doing them on them. I mean, that is bloody quick. Right. I worry what's gonna happen in the future then. It has been only 3 months. I mean, you know, the lack of glowing stuff, I suppose, makes sense. Like, everything happening is fun and all, but... Where's the fluorescence? By the way, I would just like to mention that I know I'm coding in the background. It's not that I'm not paying attention to conversation. I am paying attention to conversation, but it's once again, as I mentioned, it bothers me just how little I know about NMR and the research you're doing. And the problem is, I can't like productively engage in the conversation enough for my satisfaction, because I feel like I feel like a student who's on a test he absolutely did not prepare for. I desperately need a lecture. After the paper is submitted, I desperately need a lecture. Is that you get different frequencies from atoms depending how many. Yeah, but I mean, I know the basics, but I don't want the basics. I get the basics of NMR. Where is... Works. How do you change modes? Let me switch it to light mode for a second. That still looks like white. Okay, so you don't work. That's brilliant. Ah, light mode. We're actually struggling with the paper we're publishing too. Oh, so this only works with color. Well, that's a problem. Huh. Oh, that's a pickle. I do believe, Theo, you should definitely install, by the way, black lights in your room. They would fit in. And get some fluorescent marker as well, just for the whiteboard. Just so that you can have the... I'm sorry, I just got wildly distracted. What? I just got so distracted. I'm really sorry. This is so exactly what I need. This is so exactly what I need. Oh, why can't you never work normally? Oh, don't tell me it only works in the chrome. Fluorescent body paint. You would be just like a platypus under UV light. Oh, please just work. That would be beautiful if you could just work. But like, my hope levels aren't high. Yeah. Invalid property value. Life would be too good, wouldn't it? Life would be too good to be true if it could just work. Life would be too goddamn good. I don't need these. What I need is... Why color? I don't want color though. I want to pick between values. Why is that not a thing? Okay, I think I can make it work actually. Filter. CSS. Plans to figure out a good way to use glow powder as pigment for leather dye coat and then craft something out of glow leather. That would be really neat. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Because I specifically need... CSS change picture color based on dark/light theme. Yes, I beg thee. Well, keep you updated on the paper. Alright, that's very reasonable. Absolutely terrifying as well, but very reasonable. Do let me know how it's gonna go after Monday, because I am pretty curious. Happy coding. It won't be, but I appreciate the sentiment. Have a good one. Good luck with the paper. JavaScript. Ew. Disgusting. Wait, this can be it. Yes. LaTeX image. This. Filter invert 100%. Oh, please. That would be so nice. That's not the right website. This is the right website. That's correct. Light mode. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Color scheme. Should it be color scheme? It is not. It is using the light dark function. The problem is I can't bloody use it because it. Ha ha ha. How can I change a color to just black? That's what I would like. Filter. Can I just do black? No, I cannot. That would be life would be too good. What filters do we have? So I can do it using a color. The only problem being CSS image swap color maybe? This seems a bit advanced for CSS. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. No, SFG, we don't have SFGs. We could maybe export it to an SFG. We could maybe export. Oh no, but that's not gonna work. Still need as an image. This only gives me a color output. That once again just colors, that's not helpful. All of these refer to the same function, won't work. Okay. This could, however, because this is hover. Dark. My goodness, please. Light. Is dark a thing? Light. Let me just make sure that it even works. Yeah, I haven't specified the value. 100%. Just one. It would work. It would in fact work if it only could detect when it's meant to be in light mode. CSS class only for light mode, only for dark mode, anything like that. Not like dark, not that one. Yeah, first light mode process. No, how to create light and dark mode. No, no. Maybe. You know what? I think that's it. Because this is going to be just like a solid... I don't know actually how long. It could be 10 minutes, could be an hour of me just banging my head against the wall to figure out how to change a number in CSS based on light and dark mode. Because there is a function for color, there doesn't appear to be one for numbers. I'm fine, I'm relaxed. Anyway, I'm going to go now, because it's getting a bit repetitive and boring for a stream. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.